Hi, it's Scola. So today I'm going to be talking about a topic that's a little bit different from what I usually talk about on my channel. I'm always scared to really go too deep on my channel because I'm scared of what people will say, I'm scared of being offended and stuff like that. I'm a gentle, sensitive soul, okay? But in all seriousness, I know that I have a platform where I can have my voice be heard and not everybody has that, so I should really put it to good use. And I know I do every day with the health and fitness stuff, but I thought I'd, change the record a little bit today. So I'm going to be talking about what it's like to be a black girl in 2015, especially in my generation. Now, of course, this has been inspired by what's been going on in the US in terms of the shootings and stuff like that. And it's scary when you hear a boy like my age that goes and shoots up a church of black people. That's what he thought was right. That is not cool, and that scared me because before I was like, it's all a bunch of old white guys, shooting young black guys. It's the older generation, we need to sort out the older generation. But clearly we also have a problem in our own generation. Someone did ask me last night on Tumblr, what is it like to be a black person in the UK? It's a really tricky question for me to answer, just so you guys know my background. When I moved to the UK, I was 5, by the way, so it's just as I was starting school. I grew up in an all-white neighborhood. Most of the time I was the only black girl in my whole entire school, or I was the only black girl in my year, and for the most part it was pretty much okay. I did experience racism at times, but it was pretty much isolated to kids just being mean, if that makes sense. Obviously you have to think, where did that kid get that idea to say that? Possibly their parents. But it always got dealt with in such an amazing way by my schools. I have to say my school's really good with it, because I did not play around. When people were racist to me, I would be straight to the teacher. Like literally, I wouldn't even wait for the kid to finish their insult, like their racist insult. I'll be like, okay, straight to the teacher, straight to the office. You're going down. And other than that, I can't really say much because I don't know whether I'm blind or I'm ignorant to stuff that's going on in the UK or what's going on around me. I know there have been a few issues similar, like Stephen Lawrence. I invite you guys to comment down below and tell me what's going on, because it's good to spread information and make people aware of what's going on. But I do have a few problems with some little things that happen in our generation that people might not notice but can be really annoying. My white friends are constantly telling me I'm not black enough. Are you even black? You're an Oreo. You're basically white. Yes, we can all kid and joke about this, like ha ha ha, I'm not black enough. What is black? Is black what you've been shown in the media, like Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne and all these people? Like seriously, I don't even relate to that culture, because that's not the only type of black that's out there. There are so many different types of black, and I hate that people think that I'm not black enough or I'm not black just because I don't act a certain way. And since when was being black a personality or a personality trait? That really annoys me. And we can all joke and kid about it around friends. You know what it's like when you're with your friends, you're just joking and kidding and they're like, oh, you're so white. It's all jokes and fun, but stop it, yeah? It's not funny anymore, it's actually just really annoying. My wig, my weaves, my extensions are fake. They're nasty. Like, what are you doing? You're so fake. Why don't you just wear your natural hair out? That's what people say to black girls. But with white girls, apparently they all have naturally thick, luscious, long hair. No, quite a few of them these days are wearing extensions and even weaves. Seriously, I'm not kidding. I know this. I've seen it with my very own 2 eyes, and I just feel like it's double standards that. So this problem has to do with school. I think some of you guys might be able to relate to this one. At one point, I did have another black girl in my class, and the teacher always used to mix us up. I don't know what was wrong with that teacher. Actually, several teachers used to do it a lot, because I don't know why, me and her tended to be in the same classes quite a lot, and they just used to get us mixed up all the time. I looked nothing like her. She was about like 5 shades lighter than me because she was mixed race. That's a big difference to start off with. Our faces looked completely like our face shape was so different. Like seriously, I looked more like one of the white kids in the class than her. That's how different we looked. She had her natural hair out. I had braids. Tell me, how did we look alike at all? Oh my gosh. And it's just like, You just basically, in your brain, disregarded all the black people in the class and just put them into the same group. I know you really like what I do with my hair. You know, black girls, we go out there. We go in when it comes to our hair. We like it to be fabulous. But we didn't ask you to touch it. Please don't invade my personal bubble. You know, a dude coming up to me, you like my hair, do not start to stroke it like this. You know why? Because my boob is under there. You're stroking my boob. You're just straight up stroking my boob at that point. It's alright to compliment my hair. It's alright to ask if you can touch my hair and I can tell you yes or no. Okay guys? Remember, consent is very important. And the last one, which is something I've found difficult to come to terms with, but it's gonna be harder for me to be successful in most things that I try to do. Especially being a female, that makes it even harder on top of being black, so it's hard out here for a black girl, you know? Obviously I'm still quite young, so I'm still growing up to find out all of these things, and you even experienced it on YouTube, and you guys might not have realized, but there's a real diversity problem on YouTube, especially at the top. Most of the well-known YouTubers that you guys know are most probably majority white. I'm not saying that they don't deserve their hard work, please don't take it as that. That's not what I'm trying to get at here. I'm trying to get at the fact that it's very strange in a world where people of color are actually the majority in the whole, you know, the whole world, that at the top it's always, you know, white people. That's something we need to address, and something I will be addressing at Summer in the City. So you guys didn't know, I will be going to Summer in the City, and one of the panels I will be on is Ethnicity and Diversity. It's going to be on Saturday, and I think it's going to be at 2 p.m. So if you want to go, I'll leave the information down below if you want to check that out. But as I grow up, I am starting to open my eyes to the world and seeing what's going on. This wasn't to rant, it wasn't to take anyone down or offend anyone, and I hope people don't take it as that, because once you start to take it as that, that means there's something wrong with you and how you look at things. The fact that me just talking about this, you're getting offended, when it's not meant to be like that. It's about raising awareness to what's going on around you and what's going on in this world. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please do comment down below with your thoughts and what you think and everything like that. I'm pretty excited to see how this turns out, because it's proper scary, guys. Proper scary to talk about something that hasn't got to do with fruit. That's all I talk about on this channel, alright? But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay healthy, stay luscious, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye! So round one, what we've got is some burpees with a squat. So when you're coming up, what you really want to do is squat low and then